A High Court judge has ruled that asylum seekers can no longer be housed at the Bell Hotel in Epping, Essex. The decision follows an application by Epping Forest District Council, which was granted a temporary injunction preventing Somani Hotels, the hotel's owner, from accommodating migrants through a Home Office contract. Mr. Justice Eyre extended the deadline for compliance from 14 to 24 days, meaning all asylum seekers must leave the premises by 12 September. His ruling came despite last-minute efforts by the Home Office to block the injunction. Government barristers warned that upholding the council's request could undermine the national asylum hotel system, encouraging other councils to follow suit and increasing strain on accommodation. They also suggested it might fuel further public disorder. In his lengthy judgment, Mr. Justice Eyre acknowledged local opposition. He noted that although protests outside the Bell had been lawful, they caused disruption to residents. He concluded that the balance of convenience falls in favour of the grant of interim relief. The protests were triggered by the arrest of Ethiopian asylum seeker Hadush Kabatu, 41, a girl. He faces 3 charges of sexual assault, 1 of inciting sexual activity with a minor, and 1 of harassment. He denies all allegations. The Home Office had not been represented at the earlier hearing, but attempted to intervene on Tuesday, arguing that the injunction would hinder the Home Secretary's statutory duties. However, the judge rejected this, criticising the department for failing to present its evidence sooner. He ruled that adding the Home Secretary at this stage would only waste more court time. Council leader Chris Whitbread welcomed the outcome, calling it great news for our residents after weeks of community strain. He praised council staff and said the next step would be to seek a permanent injunction. He criticised Home Office policy for disregarding local concerns, arguing the case had redressed that imbalance. Somani Hotels sought permission to appeal, arguing that the ruling set a precedent with wide implications for government asylum policy. Mr. Justice Eyre refused, stating he was not persuaded there was a compelling reason. The company can still ask the Court of Appeal to consider the case. Political reaction was swift. Nigel Farage said in a post on X, "This is a victory for the parents and concerned residents of Epping. They do not want their young women being assaulted on the streets." This community stood up bravely, despite being slandered as far-right, and have won. They represent the vast majority of decent people in this country. Young, undocumented males who break into the UK illegally should not be free to walk the streets anywhere. They must be detained and deported. I hope that Epping provides inspiration to others across the country.
Conservative MP Chris Philp described the ruling as a moment of relief for the people of Epping, saying residents should not have to fight their own government to feel safe. He accused Labour of planning to dismantle Conservative asylum deterrents. Meanwhile, Refugee Council Chief Executive Enver Solomon said the decision should mark the end of hotel use for asylum housing. He warned that hotels cost billions, isolate people, and inflame tensions. Protests and hostility, he added, make asylum seekers feel unsafe in communities where they are forced to live. He urged the government to work with councils to develop safe and cost-effective alternatives.
We want to make it clear that our videos do not contain any kind of misinformation. Our only goal is to deliver true and verified news to you. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the UK Brief channel.